I'm 36, a former athlete, and I have stage 4 lung cancer. I've been through chemotherapy, chest radiation, and targeted chemotherapy. Now I'm doing whole brain radiation. Once I graduate from brain radiation, I'll find another targeted chemotherapy agent to take. My options are limited. I'll be moving to a clinical trial. With all of this, it's easy to see why I'm on medical disability. I do love my yoga, specifically at your center. I have a small room in my house dedicated to yoga and meditation, but getting to your space a couple of times a week adds a spring to my step. It's a small bit of proof that I'm still very much alive and able to thrive in whatever condition my body happens to be in at that moment in time. Last week I was told that I qualified for a yoga medical scholarship. Instantly, tears came to the surface. Thank you for your generosity. Words cannot express how meaningful it is to me and to my support system as well. A grateful student.
One of the overarching missions of the DAYA Foundation is to deliver accessible yoga alternatives. To make that mission possible, we've cultivated programs here that make yoga accessible to people with handicaps or medical disabilities or Parkinson's or MS, and also people living with what I think of as the public health concerns like addiction, anxiety, depression, heart disease, diabetes, obesity, this kind of thing.
I came back to the studio to take classes, and I had been through breast cancer and all of the treatment associated with it.
To continue making yoga accessible, we also want to train allied health professionals to bring the tools of yoga, mindfulness, breath-centered awareness, and life skills into their work as nurses, psychologists, mental health workers, internists, residents. So to train allied health professionals is one of our missions, but we also want to train yoga teachers and help them understand how to create an accessible yoga class that's actually shifting the brain and the wiring of the mind of the student. Not just that yoga poses happen, but that how the student practices the yoga is what transforms their mind, their body, their heart.
The adaptive class is a class in which I can actually do the poses. There isn't another class that I know of where I can actually participate fully, and that feels really good to me. It feels like I'm part of the class, and I can actually do yoga.
My name is Dave Schneider, and I found out about the studio through a friend who was in Parkinson's exercise class with me. I'll always start with the people, the classmates, and the teachers are absolutely outstanding. They're particularly good at breaking down these different yoga poses and showing you how to approach them step by step. When you have a chronic illness, something like Parkinson's, perhaps the best quality of life involves spending as little time as possible thinking about, having to deal with a chronic condition like Parkinson's. And something like yoga is just a way to sort of park that Parkinson's at the door, attempt to put in sync your heart, your breathing, and your body.
Sometimes people feel that they're not able to do yoga because they can't quiet their mind or they're very stiff in their physical body. But those people actually need yoga. There's no door shutting on anybody's permission to enter the practice of yoga. There's no actual obstacle other than our own perspective about ourselves as capable students of yoga. So one of our missions here at the DAYA Foundation is to demonstrate the capacity that all of us have to practice yoga, on the mat and off the mat, in life at large and in the practice itself. So one of the barriers people sometimes face is a feeling that they physically can't do it, or their friends and family members would think it's a weird thing to be doing. And I want to make it so pragmatic, so accessible, so commonplace that people understand that this is a yoga pose. I'm doing yoga now, and it looks very ordinary, right? And I would define healing not as an eradication of all symptoms, but as coming back to wholeness as a human being. Really seeing there's an opportunity in this life to wake up to something that isn't just, I have better physical health, or I have better financial circumstances, or I have better professional resume, but like the whole life gets addressed, and that place for healing is I can return to loving myself, loving others, embracing my reality, and living in harmony with it, not against it. There's 3 layers of work we have to do. Develop the programs for the students, train allied health professionals and yoga teachers, and educate the larger community.
Our outreach program partners need support as well, and we have a medical scholarship program. As of September 15th, we have provided more than $17,000 in medical scholarships this year. We project a year-end total of $24,000. Thank you for your support and for your donations.